The champions.
All right, we're back. We're gonna be talking about the round of 32, all the results for the second leg of the.
And hopefully they can hear us this time, Chucky.
Yeah, I know. Hopefully everybody can hear us. We have
got
new
new
mics, so
The budget went up.
we have new mics and a new backdrop. Ralph, do you want to give us a little info on the backdrop that we have back there?
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm looking at it from my side, but I think from the viewer side. Oh, yeah. Right above me here, you have Arnie Sloth. And I'm not saying the guy's a pig or anything, but it kind of looks like Arnie Sloth.
He's smiling because he's smiling because he won the Premier League, but
Yeah,
he's there.
he's there. And number 2, you have the cow right next to him. That totally looks Vincent Company with the little black and white. He always wears black.
And he's the Bayern coach.
He's the Bayern coach, by the way, if you don't know. And in the middle, of course, in Mexico, like all the big players, they call him "Hey Caballo." They call him the big horse.
Yeah.
So that's Pep right in the middle because he's cool like that.
Man City guy.
Man City. Right after that, you have the cock or the rooster, if you want to call it. That totally looks like Arteta.
Yep.
His face and his cockiness. That's just that's just him.
That he's cocky for being in second place. Look at him. He's just like, yep, right here.
And last but not least, you have the sheep on the end, which if you look at any highlight that we were watching a little bit earlier, it totally looks like Luis Enrique from PSG with his curly little hair.
Yep.
And, his players follow him. So, the sheep, it kind of fits him a little bit.
Great backdrop, I think. I think that really embodies those coaches, and I think it's a pretty funny representation of the league out in Europe. It's pretty funny. Every time I look up it, I feel like I see something else on it. So
and that's real horsehair, by the way.
Real horsehair. So we're gonna jump into the round of 32 here. We're gonna do the second leg. We had some comebacks. We had some just continuations of dominance by a team over in Norway. We had a team that just dominated and put Inter to bed. So let's talk about the round of 32, the second leg. So we're gonna start with Athletic Club Brugge, which was pretty crazy game because it started off as 3-3, and it was pretty tough. I thought Athletic had a tough game, and you thought that they'll probably put him to bed pretty early, but it was a tough game. What do you guys think about the Athletic Club Brugge game?
Oh God, it was. I thought it was going to be more dominant towards Athletic. We're like, oh, well, they're going to be home. Brugge's tough at home, but they're not going to be at home. But it was a tough game. It was fun to watch. Athletic, I feel like they missed a lot of goals.
Mm-hmm.
But, they ended up pulling it off, which was what we said was going to happen. So, I mean, other than that, I didn't.
We're not going to give any credit to my boy Surloff over there. He had a hat trick.
I was waiting for you to bring it up because I'm the one that said Sorloth was going to score.
Yeah, he had a hat trick that game. So, I think he's like the second or third player ever for Athletic to have a hat trick in Champions League, which is, they've had some heaters over there.
Some of the slowest goals I've ever seen in my life.
But I like
little call him the sloth.
Little bit of a nice hat trick for Sorloff. Jazz, did you see a little bit of the game? Who did you think stood out for you?
I think the game. I think it Athletic just had a bunch of dominance because they were finally at home. That first leg, Club Brugge at home is always tough to beat. We saw it with Barcelona when they played. They also tied, and now Athletic. But I think now that they were at home, they just did.
They were able to be dominant with the ball. I think, they were able to just to put Club Brugge down. But man, definitely tough. I feel like next year teams are going to be more prepared to go to Club Brugge and also be like, this team's not an easy out. It's not one of those teams where you get them and you're like, this could be nice. No, you play these teams and they come for your head. So it's cool to see Club Brugge getting this far, especially from last year. They didn't get anywhere near this far. So it's cool to see them go a little bit farther than last year. So they're building something over there. Belgium league, by the way.
Oh,
Don't,
I just want.
don't move the mic like that.
It's kind of hard. Do I raise my hand so I can move
Yeah.
it, or are you done? But no, I just wanted to bring up like Giuliano Simeone. The guy is the coach's son. You're like, that guy's not. He's what do you call it when a person is just brought into something without having
Oh,
to
he's
work for
a
it?
nepo baby. He's a
Yeah.
nepotism.
So, but this guy's not that.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, he's
he's
them.
hardworking. Not this game that just passed, but last game. You remember we talked about it. The guy
Yeah.
was like the 94th minute. They were up.
His Atleti Barcelona game. That's when he was running around
Was
crazy.
it Barcelona?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
he was.
But it was the
hustling.
94th minute. The
Yeah.
guy was running the 50-yard dash in
Yeah.
like 5 seconds at the
Yeah.
end of the game. So that guy, I just
Does
love
he
watching.
does
that
he
guy.
start over Rodrigo De Paul
Yes, he
for
does,
Argentina?
just because he went to the MLS. His skills in the MLS are going to come down for Rodrigo De Paul.
So Messi doesn't start then?
No, I wouldn't start Messi either.
But
Bring him off the bench.
get Rodrigo De Paul and Messi off the bench for Argentina. Scary team though when you can
60th minute. We'll
when
bring
you
him in
can
the 60th
when you
minute.
can bring on Messi on halfway through the game. You know that team's pretty deep, and
Yeah.
they do have a really solid team. And I really hope Giuliano does get a few starts in the World Cup, especially for Argentina. I think he's definitely deserved it. One of the better players, I think, in Europe this year. What do you think, Jess?
About Simeone,
Yeah, Simeone.
I think I feel like when he got called to Atleti, I feel like he was just gonna be like starting every game just
Yeah.
because of his son.
Yeah,
But like I think he deserves a spot in that starting lineup.
I think he's one of the first names you put on the list of players going out there. I think he's one of the first players that you're like, we're gonna put up. He took Connor Gallagher's spot, and like they can put him anywhere, and you're like, yeah, no matter where you have him out there, you're like, yeah, he's solid, like everywhere. He's kind of like a not similar styles, but like a guy that you can trust in any position, like a Fede Valverde, where you're like, you could put him at right back and be like, I'm square. You could put him in midfield, you're square. You could put him up playing wing, and you're like, I'm good too. So definitely good, great player to watch out for. I think he's going to be important in the World Cup, and I think he's going to be important for Atleti going forward in the Champions League. Let's jump to the second game. Not a whole lot happened in this one. 0-0. Leverkusen, Olympiacos. Just ended up being 0-0 on aggregate. Leverkusen walked out of it 2-0. So not a whole lot to say there. I think Leverkusen, ever since they lost Xabi and their team got gutted, you really don't have really a need to watch them, even in the
Yeah, poor
Bundesliga.
Grimaldo out there by
I
himself.
know, poor
but-
guy. I hope he gets a move.
Yeah. I mean, truthfully, I saw the score and I didn't even bother to watch the highlights because I'm like, why am I going to watch this? We said Leverkusen would win 2-0. They tied 0-0. which
They actually
was-
did win 2-0.
No, on
On
aggregate.
aggregate, yeah.
Yeah, but the second game,
Yeah.
it ended 0-0. So
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know. I just didn't feel like I needed to watch any highlights. So
Yeah, that one wasn't a whole lot going on there. Let's jump to the next one. Oh, did you have anything to say about Leverkusen and Olympiacos?
Not really, but there wasn't much at all. But
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know. Leverkusen fallen off ever since
Yeah,
Xavi left, and then Eric Ten Hag went in there and ruined everything.
yeah. Can't trust that Baldy. So we'll jump to the next one. This is a sad one for me because this was my team actually to win Champions League, and they're bounced. Inter got beat. Not only did they get beat on aggregate, they got spanked again in this game. They got beat this game 2-1. So on aggregate, they ended up being 5-2. So Bodo Glint has just taken out it looks like it's already a done deal. Inter's the Serie A champions for this year, and Bodo Glint just put a beating on them. Pretty incredible to watch, and I think Bodo Glint, whoever plays them in the knockouts, yeah, be ready because those guys are going to come for your head. You don't want to play them at home, and you don't want to play them away. So, did you guys have any thoughts about Bodo or Inter falling off?
I think Inter. I don't know what happened to them. I think ever since the final of Champions last year,
Yeah.
they've just gone downhill in Champions. But in their league, they're doing pretty good. But I don't know what happened with Inter. This Champions League year.
They got. I think they need to get younger. I think Inter's just too old. You see their midfield, and you're like, "Ooh, those guys are they have to be on their last legs." I mean, the only guy that I can really think of over there that's still dangerous is DeMarco. I think he's super dangerous. I would never like count him out. But you got to remember, Dumfries has been out this whole year, and Dumfries was huge for
Yeah.
them last year, and he's done. And then Lutaro is out for Inter, so
But
really,
he's
they
out
had
because
to,
he got a red card, right?
no, I think he got hurt.
Oh, he got injured?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he had a red card.
And he got injured in the first leg.
Yeah, so he didn't play. He was done, and it sucks because they had to bring in
Esposito.
Espacito.
Esposito.
Big fan of his. I think he's a really dangerous player, but way too young to be starting
Yeah.
in a Champions League game like this. But I thought that Inter really needs to get younger going forward. Ralph, did you have anything to say about Bodo? Do you think that how
No,
far do you think Bodo can go?
I think Bodo Glimt can go all the way to the semifinal.
I think so too.
I think so.
Semis is not like crazy.
Yeah, it's not
You know?
crazy. Finals, I would say
Yeah,
maybe
that's-
not, but I wouldn't count them out either because, like we've repeated the last two pods, they beat the big teams already. You're like, well, they haven't faced the big teams, which is what usually happens in a tournament like this.
Yeah.
You'll be like, okay, but they beat Karabag, they beat all these other smaller teams, but they haven't faced the Giants.
Hmm.
But they faced the Giants and they beat the Giants.
The Giant Killers are continuing on their
they
path.
are the Giant Killers.
I would be real scared of playing them. They've been on
and
a
I'm,
heater.
and I'm scared of them because they play like they have nothing to lose because they don't have nothing to lose.
They don't care. They don't. Whatever on top of what they're doing is just extra on top of it.
All
It's
this
just like,
is just nobody expected them to be here. Nobody expected them to beat a big team. They've been doing it, and who's to say they're not going to continue? They're young. They're. It's actually very fun to watch that team play.
they play.
They look like a young Dortmund.
To me, I think I have
they're yellow.
a different like who I see them play like. They play like a young like Cruyff Barcelona team where like everybody's position is not really. They don't have like set positions. Like you have guys running it. They're playing all around football, like kind of how in Ted Lasso they have like
It's called total
football where
Total football.
they're playing in ways that like you have guys running in where you're like, what the heck? Like they play dangerously. They're similar to Galatasaray where like they'll keep you like they'll just keep running up on you, but they're so dangerous because anybody can just shift into the next position. They're like every time I've watched them, I'm like, that's crazy because they got guys running into the box, and then there's guys that fill in for them, and then there's guys that move to the right, and it's just like they're playing musical chairs throughout the game. I think they're super dangerous. There's not one player that you're like, you need to watch out for this
Right.
guy.
It's not
Everybody,
like one striker that you're like,
yeah, you're like, holy crap!
stop him and
yeah.
the whole team is done. No,
This team is one or two pieces away from being a. They need to keep this team together and add one or two older players or like electric player that can really bring this team together even more. And they're super dangerous. Keep
a
this team
Xhaka?
together. Even
a
Granit
Xhaka for Sunderland?
Xhaka, yeah, just a player that just leads them going forward in Europe, like a guy that's been there, done that. And I think this team is real scary to play.
yes, but here's the problem with what you're saying, Chuggy. And this is
It's just Chuck.
it's just okay,
Yeah.
Chuggy. World Cup,
Uh huh.
Club World Cup,
Yeah.
Champions League.
Uh huh.
This is where people get discovered.
Yeah.
So the good
I know.
thing
Yeah.
and the bad thing,
Yeah. They're gonna get ripped apart.
yes.
Yeah.
Once somebody's like, holy crap, these guys are pretty good,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to have a team offering these guys money to go play somewhere else.
I know.
So just like Esteval in the Club World Cup,
Mm-hmm.
you know, Chelsea picked them up. I think somebody's going to pick up at least one or two players.
For sure.
And not just Bodo. I think from Club Brugge, I think they'll
Oh, yeah.
pick up one or two players from there. And unfortunately, it's going to ruin their team.
Yeah.
If you can keep this team,
Oh yeah.
you like you said, they can come back, add one more guy, they'll
Mm-hmm.
be dangerous. But the fact of the matter is, these are smaller clubs that, you know, they'll get offered money from a big club and they'll take it, and the team will just be not dismantled because they're not going to take half the team, but they'll take your best players, your nucleus from there.
Yeah, and that's the thing. But you always want to improve as a player as well. Like if you do get a phone call from one of these bigger teams,
Oh, you're
you're
packing
like,
your bags.
yeah, I'm out of here. But I really do hope next year going forward, we're seeing Bodo come in again, and we're like, holy crap, here they are again. So we'll see. Last game for Tuesday was Newcastle Karabakh. Another beating. Uh, another beating. It ended up being 9-3 on aggregate. Newcastle took out Karabakh 3-2 in the game. I want to throw it to Jazz though. Are Newcastle for real, Jazz, or are they're Spurs? They're Spurs in a different jersey. What do you think about Newcastle? Are they really for real, or are they just like, they're kind of, but not really? What do you think about Newcastle?
I think they're just like a Spurs in this Champions. I mean, in their league, in Premier League, sometimes they do good,
Yeah,
but
I think
sometimes
they're
they
in
don't.
11th place too. Shout out George, from my coworker. 11th place. He's telling me, he's like, I don't really have anything to play for in the Premier League anymore because I can't make it up to Europe. I can't make it a top six, and I can't get relegated. So like, what am I doing? I'm like, well, you can be a dream crusher. I told him you can be one of those teams that just Arsenal comes over, City come over, and just Man United come over, and you're just there just to crush dreams. I told him, but shout out George, my coworker. I know he kind of is in a rough place right now, but hey, you beat Karabakh, so let's keep moving forward. But what were you saying, Jazz, about Newcastle? Dangerous or not dangerous?
I think they could. I think they're for the champions. I think they could be dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Just depends where they play at.
Yeah, and who they match up with, because they got some big boys over there. You know, that's Ralph over there. They had to play them recently, and Ralph found out with the little Lewis Hall. Shout out there. Yeah, he put one in there, and I think Newcastle just needs to change the scenery. I think if they had a different coach, I think we'd be looking at them a little bit differently. Eddie Howe kind of plays a little bit too like he's too easy to predict, I think. But they got some dangerous players: Joel Linton, Tonali, Anthony Gordon.
Bruno Guimaraes.
Yeah, Bruno's out, but I mean they're still loaded everywhere. They have players that are tall, strong, fast. So they're a team to watch out for, I think, in the Champions League. We'll see. They don't have anything to play for, like George said. Not my words, his words. They have nothing to play for in the Premier League, so might as well go all in for champions. That's what I always say. We'll jump to Wednesday, and this is definitely a story for Jazz and some of the German fans we have out there. And I think it's also for me as well, because I really love Italian football and I needed somebody to make it through. And we had a game, Atalanta, Dortmund, and they were up, I think, 2-0 going into this game. And they got beat by an Atalanta team that has lost their coach and has lost Lookman, Retegui, and their coach, Gasparini. And so I didn't have a whole lot of hope for Atalanta this game, but they did it. What do you think of the game, Jess? Dortmund, Atalanta. Dortmund lost at the end of the game.
I think Dortmund. I don't know what happened to them. They're just too confident.
Shot in the foot, Jazz?
Shot in the foot.
Yeah.
They're everywhere. There's just something wrong with them that day. It was not their day at all.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the whole team was wrong. I know Ralph has an opinion about if it was one guy or if it was the whole team. I do think after watching some of the game with Ralph here, I think I was able to understand what went wrong, and I can agree on a couple points. I wanted to throw it out to Ralph and see I wanted him to give me some unfiltered commentary on this game, because I know he's been itching for it. What do you think of the game, that Dortmund Atalanta game, and who do you think was at fault for this game?
They sucked.
Ease.
No, the whole team as a whole, just like you said, they were slogs.
Yeah,
They were
slogging through it.
They were playing this game like they were up 5-0, and like we said in the last pod,
Yeah.
You have Lookman missing. You have their coach missing. You have Gary missing. You have all these players missing. We're like, Atalanta, there's no way they're going to
No.
come back. And I could do a play-by-play, which I'm not going to, but
It was phenomenal, by the way. If anybody,
Yeah, if we
if
watch
anybody
that.
wants to watch a game where Ralph just tears the team a new one, watch some Dortmund highlights or watch anything Dortmund related with Ralph, and it's
Or City.
incredible.
But yeah, we watched these highlights. We saw a striker in Garasi who's a killer. Had an open goal. He even looked at the goal and there was nobody there. Swung his foot. The guy totally missed the ball.
Yeah,
Didn't
point
even hit
blank.
it. I wish he would have hit the goalie in the head or something at least. But, Bayer missed a shot. Wasn't really 100% his fault, but he should have made it. And Benzabaina, though, I mean, that guy
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. What was this guy's problem? I want to go into this guy just a
All right.
little bit. What position does he play, Ralph, and what happened in this game for him?
I believe he's a center back, right?
Yeah.
He's a center back. First goal, he pretty much he slid and gave a pass to the other team, which is okay. It's like you're sliding right in the middle of your goal. You're facing your goalie, and he tried to kick it out. I get it. His other defender maybe could have helped him out and kicked it
Yeah,
again, but
yeah.
he wasn't expecting that. Okay, that's one error. That's fine. But then you go to the second goal. You have a guy shooting it from outside the box. It's not a hard shot, maybe a little bit. The goalie's right behind you, yelling at you like, "Get out of the way!"
Yeah. He's the Kobel, the goalkeeper for Dortmund, is in the right position. If
He's watching the ball coming.
yeah,
and
he
he's gonna
knows.
catch it.
Yeah, and he's just like, what are you doing right here? Like, get out of the way. This is an easy stop, and he just blows it by. I think he bounces it off his knee.
It hit off his thigh. But
Thigh?
the way he jumped,
Yeah,
he jumped like jumping back and bent his knees in a way like he's sitting on a toilet. But it just bounced off him, and then he has the nerve to look bad at Kobel.
That's the best
And he's like,
part.
Kobel, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm right here. Like, the ball bounced off you. Now I can't do anything about it.
The best part of that highlight is the camera shoots away from Dortmund at that time because Atalanta's celebrating. But in the background, you can see him turn to Kobel and throw his hands up like, what are you doing? It's like, no, what are you doing? And you could just see the camera just going like this.
Yep, just move it away. I watched that whole game, by the way. I didn't just watch the extended highlight. I watched that whole game live, and it was tough to watch. But, at the end,
This is the best part.
this is where we had a disagreement because Kobel sees the ball coming on a long ball. He's outside of his box. He cannot catch it with his hands.
Mm-hmm.
He does a little Benzabaina jump back, and then he's like, okay, what am I going to do with the ball? It's the 93rd minute and
That's the end of the game.
44 seconds.
Yep.
We were only supposed to get 3 minutes of extra time.
The game's over. Yep.
The game's over.
Mm-hmm.
The guy tries to pass it to his right back who's not expecting it, and he's running back slowly.
Yeah.
Instead of, like I told you,
Uh-huh.
kick it out of bounds, you said no, that's not what he does.
Yeah.
He tries to pass it to his right back. The guy intercepts it, and then he's on the edge of the box waving his hands like, oh, hit it over my head.
Kobel, right?
Kobel.
Yeah.
It goes to none other than Benzabaina, who doesn't even like, okay, well, it's coming here. Let me go at the ball and kick it. No, he bends his leg backwards. And, here comes the other striker's head and just right on his forehead.
If you have any time during your day,
You should watch
please watch that end of the game. It's right on the 93rd minute. Gonna be the end of the game. It is probably one of the funniest ways, not for Dortmund fans and not for fans of German football, but for me being a spectator and being a guy that's just watching the highlights.
Give us something.
One of the best little like scorpion kicks right to the guy's freaking noggin. I felt so bad, but like when he walked off that his red card, he almost had a sigh of relief. Like, God, I'm just glad I'm done for the night, because I couldn't believe he was. Ralph mentioned it to me. He's like, man, why didn't they pull him at halftime? I was like, they don't do that. Like, we don't do that. in Europe. You don't sub a defender off. You can sub offensive player off, yeah, but not a defender. You keep him out there, but you want him to learn from his mistakes. But this guy was doing everything he could to get off the field. I don't know if he had something going on, but one of the worst, I think, has to be one of the worst performances in Champions League history. Jazz is actually,
I just want to say one more thing.
here. He has to get this out.
I love Benzema. He's a great player.
Yeah.
I love watching him. I was hyped up when I saw him out there that game. He just had, like you said, the worst game in Champions League
I've
history.
never seen something like this. He gave up
3 goals.
3 goals and he lost
got
the
a red
game.
card.
And he got a red card. I could not believe it. I thought when Ralph was talking about this game, he's like, it's all his fault. I'm like, there's 11 guys out there.
You
can't
can
be
never
on
watch
one
a
guy.
game and blame one guy.
Yeah, but this time
game
was it. Yeah, I was like almost blown away by how bad his performance was. Jazz is actually a Dortmund fan as well, and he watched the highlights with me, and we were talking about it. And overall, Jazz, what do you think about his performance? Like, did you really think it was that bad, or was it just he just had it felt like it just everything was going against him. What do you think about his performance today?
I think he was just unlucky that
Yeah.
day. I mean, of everything he did, it didn't go well for him. The slide tackle went straight to the guy.
It's almost comical. It felt like we're watching a TV show. Like, let's just have the main character just get everything go wrong for him. It was like you said, the slide tackle, and go ahead and what else happened with him? Just everything that could go wrong did.
Everything, and then the guy, and then when the Atalanta guy did the cross,
Mhm.
the guy that headed it was his man as well, which
Yeah.
he didn't get to as well. Everything just went wrong for him that day.
I felt like every highlight we saw Atalanta, there he is right in the middle. And they didn't even need to score Atalanta. You just knew where he was at. You're like, there he is again. Incredible. It's almost, it was a sad day for German fans and Bundesliga overall to see Dortmund get out because they're such a big player in these Champions Leagues stages, and for them to get bounced out like this is kind of like almost like it's not true. If someone would have told you like, oh, by the way, like Atalanta's gonna knock out Dortmund after freaking being up 2-0 and blowing it, like completely blowing it like this, you'd be like, there's no way. But definitely happened. One of the best games I think of the Champions League this week. Let's jump to the next one. Another crazy one. Juventus Galatasaray. I had a feeling that I was hoping one Serie A team was going to make it to the next round, and Juve had enough to get where they can tie it, and then completely lost it. Jazz, for Galatasaray, who do you thought was the player of the match, even the series, the 2 legs that you thought every time you see the highlights and stuff like that? What player did you see on Galatasaray that you're like, that guy's for real?
I think Osimhen, I think he had to do a great part of why they won. I mean, he scored one of the 2 goals that I think he bring hope back to the team, because I mean,
he's a serious player.
I mean, Juve to come back 3-0, and after that in extra time, right before the first half of extra time ended, Osimhen scores, and I think he just bring life back into that team.
They needed it because they were playing over at Juve. Were they playing it? Yeah, they were playing at Juve. And you can see that the Juve crowd was really, when they tied that up, I was like, yeah, this might be over. Galatasaray might fold because this is too much. Like I said before, they play dangerous. They'll put like 2 or 3 in your head, but they'll let you have like 2 or 3 right back on you. So for Juve, Ralph, let's talk about something that I don't think enough people talked about. Why they came back with not 11 players. They came back with 10 players. They got a red card that I know that you watched and were like, there's no way. What do you think about that decision by the refs?
Oh, that was the worst decision I've ever seen. The player that got red carded,
Kelly, I think.
Kelly, he jumped want the header. The other guy was nowhere near. Like usually
Mm.
they'll bump, and
Mm.
you're like he'll either elbow him or
Yeah.
he headed the ball cleanly. The guy's coming down. The guy's looking this way.
Yeah.
He's not even looking down,
Uh-uh.
and he accidentally lands on the guy's leg.
He has no control over where his legs get it. Like he's just going straight up, comes straight back down, and the guy's foot's there.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, but this ref is an idiot. He even went to the screen.
Yep. VAR.
And he saw, okay, look at this guy's. He saw the whole play. How can he give him a straight? If he had a yellow, I'd be like, okay, that's a second yellow. But that's not a straight red card. Come
No,
on,
crazy.
So he could have, but maybe that fueled Juve
Yeah.
because they were only
I think it was
1-0.
1-0 at the time. Yep.
Yeah, and you're like, okay, they're making a comeback. They're still down 2 goals. Now there's no way because this ref just killed their game.
Yeah. Game should be over. But
But with nine guys plus their goalie, they came back, tied it, and have nothing against Juve or their fans.
I don't know about
but-
that, but
Their fans were just, you could see the light in the crowd.
yeah.
And when Osimhen scored that goal,
103rd minute, 103rd, 105th
yeah,
minute.
130 and something.
Yeah, something like real.
I mean, the whole stadium's heart just dropped.
You could see it on the camera too. You could see the whole crowd just like,
No, yeah, they went to the crowd and they're like, "Oh my god, like it's over."
yeah,
And the best part for me was Osimhen not even celebrating that goal. He didn't say yes. He didn't pump his fist. He didn't even smile at that guy. He just said, "Why are we in this situation?"
yeah.
But you called it last week. You said Juve was going to put 4
Mm-hmm.
on the board and
God
they were
damn
going to
it.
win, which they got pretty close. I said,
Yeah.
there's no way. But I said, if they do come back, the one person that's going to score will be
Osimhen.
Victor Osimhen, and he scored.
Do you
So
think?
that's 2 for
Do you
me.
think that Victor should get a move to a Premier League team or even the Bundesliga? He doesn't have a whole lot of.
I don't care. People, yes, he needs to move to.
It's because we don't get to see him as much when he plays in Turkey. It sucks that
Well, nobody
a
sees
talent.
him. Who's
Yeah,
gonna see him?
it sucks that a talent. Well, when he plays Champions League, we get to see him.
Oh,
But,
yeah, but I mean,
like
in their
we
league
don't.
games.
It sucks when you have a talent as good as him. It's still relatively in his prime that we don't get to see as often as we should, and against competition that should be at the highest level. What do you think? Do you think what move would you recommend for him? I even saw some rumors saying he should have really went and took that Arsenal job and over Victor
Goikers?
Gyökeres. Imagine
Yeah,
Arsenal
but
with the guy.
Victor's finding his way over at Arsenal. He scored 2, didn't he, or 1?
He scored 2, but
He scored 2.
he didn't score 2 in that game. He scored 1 in that game, I think. No, he scored 2. Yeah, he
Oh,
scored
he
2.
scored 2, Juggy.
Yeah. Eh.
And he did that twice. And you know what?
He's a Brian reject, by the
Yes,
way.
but
He got sent out
Here's
from
the
Brian.
thing, though. When he scored, I think it was the second goal.
Who scored?
Who?
Yeah.
Why are you hooting over there?
Yeah. Who scored that? Who scored the second goal?
No. When Victor scored his second goal.
Yeah, we're talking about both guys have Victor.
Goikers.
Ugh. Okay, go ahead.
All right. Here's the thing that caught my eye. When he scored that second goal,
Uh-huh.
I forgot who it was, but it was one of his teammates.
Mm-hmm.
They did his signature move after he scored.
Mm-hmm.
So that just kind of tells me that these guys like him and they accept him. And that's a big thing because you have a guy coming from, another team like that and he's your number 9. You either like the guy or you don't like the guy or you don't accept him. Like Lewandowski, he doesn't get no love from his teammates in Barca. He scores, everybody's like, oh, cool, Lewa. Yamal or anybody else scores, they're throwing a party.
Lua's more low key, I think.
I know, but he's just an older guy.
Yeah, he's just
it's like
an
the
older guy,
old
yeah.
with the
Yeah.
kids he doesn't mix in, but
I still think that Osimhen. Pass the mic to Jazz. Do you think Osimhen would have done better at Arsenal, Jazz, instead of going to Galatasaray?
I think he would have done better.
Oh, I think he would have punched in more goals.
He would have been like way more recognized by people because I feel like in Galatasaray people don't see him as much because of the league he's in.
Oh,
If
yeah.
he went to Arsenal, people would be saying, "Oh, he deserves Ballon d'Or."
Yeah,
like,
he would
talk,
be. He would have a video a week about freaking the English media over there. They'd be freaking going crazy over there. There'd be a video every week about him.
I think he had a good AFCON too, didn't he? Who
He did.
score?
Nigeria.
Nigeria, that's who we played.
Yeah, that's my boy over there. But I'm glad that Victor, they got Galatasaray got to move on. So we're gonna see some more. What is it?
Was he the one who brought his team back, or who
No,
was that guy?
that was Sadio Mane.
Oh, Sadio Mane. Okay.
No, but Victor is a dangerous player over in was a dangerous player in the Afcon. So big fan of his. I really hope he does get a move. I'm glad that it doesn't look like he'll be getting an Arsenal move, but I really hope if Chelsea's listening, Todd Bowie and the rest of the board, I think that's a guy you should definitely look into. I think he would be really fun to see in the Premier League just for 2-3 years and have another striker in the league that's dangerous instead of a bunch of guys that are like, oh, well, maybe in a couple years they'll be good. I don't want to see any more of that. But let's jump to the next game. PSG Monaco, pretty crazy. Another game that PSG should have walked right over, but Monaco fought back. What do you think of PSG's performance, Jazz? Are you scared of them going forward in the Champions League? Or you're like, oh, that team can win it all? Or they're okay, but I don't think they have enough this year.
I feel like PSG, their thing with Monaco, they did pretty good,
Mhm.
They almost lost that game, which was pretty crazy because nobody would expect that
Yeah.
from PSG that early on,
Mm-hmm.
especially for them winning last year.
Yeah.
And I feel like they can go pretty far, but I think their side in Champions is just
Yeah. Difficult. That entire side
It's
on
like
that side is like everybody that's won Champions League is on one side, and the other side is just one team that's won Champions League. It's like, who came up with this?
I think that's just like hell over there. It's a
Yeah.
road of hell to
Yeah.
get to the final.
Yeah. Difficult way to get out of.
Yes, but do they? How does that happen? Do they draw names? Is it computer drawn?
They have
No,
little balls.
They have
They
balls.
have actual like the,
They have balls like
like the
they're
bingo balls.
it's like
Yeah.
but it's a Champions League ball,
No, yeah.
and like a former player that used to play football, they would get it, be like, oh, look at, so this team, let's say, oh, PSG is gonna go against this team. They have to draw out the ball because I'm pretty sure it's like, oh, it's right, they play this team or this team, so they get both balls, and then whichever they choose is the one that PSG would go against.
Yeah, so it's not rigged like you said it is.
They put the balls
kind
in
of
there.
is.
They put the balls in there. So I mean,
Put the balls in, you gotta grab them out.
yeah, I know. Yeah, but it's too much on the nose when certain teams play each other every single Champions League. It's like, are you like, and the games are almost like too like on the button where you're like, it's fine no matter what, because if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. So if you got to,
Took my line on.
if you wanna make it out of Champions League, you got to beat the best.
I'm not shaking his head like that.
He said, mm. But
I told him that.
what do you think? What do you think, Jazz? I mean, what do you think about it, Ralph? PSG dangerous or not dangerous in Champions League?
Pisca,
Don't
they're
call them
pretty
that.
good. They're pretty good. No, I love PSG. I think if Bayern wasn't where they're at, and I think, like I said, Bayern's going to win this, but I think PSG would probably repeat. They're dangerous.
Repeat?
Yes, they're dangerous.
Their defense is suspect.
They'll score 5 before you score 3.
Tell them, Jazz. Who?
and
They don't even have Dembele.
who cares? Desiree Doué is.
Oh,
is
here he
stepping up.
comes. Here's the count. Here it comes now. He scores at 1 goal in like
Scored
6
2.
games, and Ralph is telling me about Desiree Doué. What nationality is he?
He's French. He's wee.
Oy.
But he's a great addition. He's a young player. Dembele, like I told you last time, he didn't perform well in the final, but he also helped your team get there. You have Bradley Barcola, you have Joao Neves, you have Vitinha. That team is just stacked.
I think you're missing one player though on this PSG team.
Kvaratskhelia. I
No,
know that
no. You're actually missing a guy
Nuno
that
Mendes.
no. You're missing a guy on this PSG team that this year they do not have to lean on this year.
Who, Neymar?
No, they don't have this guy to lean on this year, and I think it's going to be a big miss.
No, who?
Who is it, Ralph?
Hakimi, he's
No.
still there.
Who's the one player on PSG that won them the Champions League? Jazz, do you know? Tell him.
Would it be Donnarumma?
John Luigi
Donnarumma.
Donnarumma, your freaking goalkeeper. Oh, I'm glad that that's your guy, but you don't even know where he came from. But yeah, John Luigi, Gianluigi Buffon, Jazz. But
Buffon.
he's definitely the reincarnation of him. But Donnarumma not having him back there is a huge miss for PSG. I think that's going to be their silver bullet. That's going to be the reason why they don't do too much more. Not having the Italian wall back there is a big miss. You can tell. I mean, look what he's done for Man City. That back line was real suspect with Trafford over at City, but with Donnarumma, I feel like a lot better, solidifying where people are supposed to be, how the ball is supposed to be delivered, and like him being back there has saved a lot of Man City's late equalizers, like where teams can either draw with City or City can walk away with the 3 points. He's done some great work. I like to say that Gahey also for City has done a lot, but Donnarumma has been a game changer over there. Can't even believe he didn't even recognize John Luigi.
I recognize him.
You
I just
do
forgot
not.
he's.
I'm glad that you forgot your best player of the season.
I forgot he's on my team, so I don't care where he came from.
Oh, great. We'll go to the last game. It's Real Madrid Benfica. Kind of a blow game, but we'll jump to Jazz. What did you think of the performance that Real Madrid had?
I think Real, they did pretty good. Asensio got injured that game though.
Yeah,
With
big loss for them too.
pretty sure he clashed heads with Chouameni, which is why he got injured.
His
And
own player.
Yeah,
with his own
defense
player.
back there is also suspect.
But I saw a shot that Rios did for Benfica, and it went through Chouameni's legs.
Yeah.
And then it also went through Valverde's legs, I'm
Mhm.
pretty sure. And Courtois was the only reason why they didn't get that goal.
Yeah,
I think Benfica tried their best,
Mm-hmm.
but they just couldn't do it with the way
no coach on this, no coach on the line.
no
So,
coach. You
big-
can't.
yeah, hard to win over there at the Bernabeu.
And then also,
Bernabeu.
I'm
I'm glad that you're listening.
Chouameni and Vinny won it for them. I
Mhm.
think Vinny scoring again was big for him, especially for what happened last game.
Huge for him. I
A
think,
message for
Yeah.
number 25 on that team
Mhm.
from Benfica.
and I think that was good for Vinny to kind of close the book on Benfica and be like, all right, done. Let's keep moving on. Let's go try to win this.
I have a question.
Go ahead, Ralph.
No, I want Jazz to answer, but what did you just say? Because I don't know what you're talking about. You said Vinny closed the book on number 25, or what did you say?
Yeah, because when they played 25 from Benfica said called him a monkey, and he called him a monkey, and that's why he missed that.
that did that? You
called him a Yeah.
monkey when he did that? Okay,
Yeah.
that's the guy. Okay, I didn't
Yeah,
know what you were talking
and he missed this game actually because of what happened.
the coach or somebody was like, "No, you're not playing because
No,
it's
like-
controversial."
No.
He got banned for that game.
Oh, he got banned.
Yeah.
That don't say no.
UEFA didn't let him play that game.
Holy.
So he missed that game, and Vinny scored again. And Vinny basically he's just saying that doesn't matter what happens to him,
He's gonna
do-
keep on dancing.
he'll keep on dancing no matter what.
Oh, good.
I didn't ask you a question.
I just wanted to.
Real Madrid, Ralph, dangerous? Not dangerous.
No. I think a lot of people are looking down on them because of every controversy and their coaching situation.
No Mbappe either.
No Mbappe. Everybody's just like, it's Real, but no, they're not anywhere near.
Those giants have been put to sleep. I think they're
At least for this year.
yeah, they're a giant that you're like, I got him.
But you know what the sad part is? The sad part is that, I guess Vinny, was he the one that told FIFA or the coach what he called him?
The ref. He told the ref.
Right, he told the ref. So it obviously had to be true because the guy, we would have heard about it in the news like, oh, he's lying. I would have never said that. So he actually did throw a racist comment at him, which kind of sucks because there's no place for that in football or any sports. But Vinny scoring does nothing for Real's, to bring them up and be scary.
No.
But I think this really does something for Vinny for the World Cup. I think he's gonna rise and become that player for his national team that they expected him to be this whole time. So
He's going to be real dangerous in the World Cup, I think.
yeah, now I'm kind of sad that I didn't watch the highlights for the game because I'm like, I'm not gonna watch that.
That Richard Rios attempt
Richard
was
Rios?
nasty.
I'll watch it after.
Brazil will have Neymar.
I think
He scored 2 yesterday.
I think Vinny going forward in the yeah, I think Vinny going forward for the World Cup. I think you nailed it on the head here. I think this is gonna like shoot him up for like get him like I think he almost knows that Real's not gonna be making a whole lot of noise this year,
Yeah.
and I think he's almost getting himself ready,
Yeah,
motivated
he's-
to be like, this is my time. If I want to put my name down as one of the Brazilian greats, this is the way to do it. And
Yeah,
if Neymar doesn't
and
get
this is his
called,
chance, yeah.
yeah, and if Neymar doesn't get called, he's gonna be the guy that like, okay, Brazil, who's gonna do it? And it's gonna have to be him.
Or Richarlison.
Take it easy.
And by the way, Neymar, who Jazz said is the third best player in football history. Just throwing that out there.
Neymar.
He's the prince that never became king.
Yeah, he fell off the mountain when he was climbing it. You know how he fell?
How did he fall?
A German kneed him in the back.
Ease. I do remember that.
Hey, 2 centimeters, 2 centimeters away, and he would have never been able to play. He wouldn't be able to
Germans know,
walk.
they're like, we need one more World Cup to catch you, so they threw a little knee in his back.
Take it easy over there. Let's jump to the round of 16. I'm gonna actually throw some games out to you guys, and I want you just to give me like, who do you think, real quick about this? Okay. We are gonna go to the first round of 16. PSG, Chelsea. Ralph. Real quick.
Okay. Sorry, Chelsea. You don't have Cucurella. You're going to get smashed.
Great.
I know you're hoping that Prince Cole Palmer, I know, Prince Cole Palmer is going to come to your rescue, but
Uh-huh.
no, PSG.
That's a long-winded answer. Jess.
I had to say.
I think
It's a tough one.
super fast.
Yeah. Like,
Chelsea barely skimmed through.
yee-hoo.
Hey, I'm not going to say anything because every time we say, oh, there's no way.
Next.
By the way, Chelsea beat this team 3-0 in the Club World Cup with Dembele, but it's okay. I'm going to also go Chelsea just off of the hope. We're
We
going to
got to do scores, though. What's the score?
well, we have to do this is on aggregate, so I think we can
It's on that. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
'cause you
Okay,
got it.
never mind.
All right. So we'll jump to the next game. Pretty fun one too, I think. Galatasaray, Liverpool.
Ooh, Victor Osimhen is not gonna be happy about this one, but Liverpool's gonna, too much. Liverpool's too much.
This is all on one side, by the way, Ralph. I want you to know this.
This is on one side of the block.
Yeah. So
Okay.
PSG, Chelsea, these two teams have won Champions League before. I've won it in 2021, 22.
2021.
Yeah. And PSG just won it. All the guys on this side of the bracket have won Champions League besides Galatasaray.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
pretty hard way to get out of Galatasaray, Liverpool.
has the Champions League
Yep.
Yeah.
with the area on it?
No.
Henri never
He
played for
played
Liverpool.
with Arsenal.
Oh, Arsenal. I'm sorry, my bad.
Take the mic away from him.
It's red.
I got you. I can meet him.
Yeah, make sure you mute him for the next one. Galatasaray, Liverpool, Jazz. What do you think?
I think Liverpool will win.
Liverpool. Yeah, I think I'm also gonna go. I really want to go Galatasaray, but man, is it gonna be difficult for them to play a team like that? But they are kind of sliding. I want to say. You know what? I'm gonna change my. You guys changed my mind, even though neither said anything. Galatasaray, I think, is gonna walk out of that one.
Yeah, we twisted his arm on that one.
Let's jump to the next one. I think this was a really fun one. Now, like we've never seen this matchup before. Man City and Real Madrid.
Oh, that's a new one. Man City, I think, is complete. They have
Complete.
they're complete. They complete.
Jesus.
So Real being down, missing Mbappe, their whole coaching, their whole mess up there. I think City and Pep are like, you know what, it's time for us to step up.
A little tryout for Holland and for
Yeah, Holland's
Madrid.
definitely got to show up here. So
No, I'm saying that like this is a trial for Holland to be
going
maybe
to Real Madrid?
maybe in the future.
No.
Maybe. Jess, what about your dad saying no like that?
He don't look good white. He's too blonde.
Eesh. All right. What do you think, Jazz? Real Madrid, Man City.
I think City will win. Do it for Kevin De Bruyne.
Do it for Kevin. That's to you, Courtois. That's to you, Courtois. I'm gonna say also what?
Nothing.
I'm also gonna go Man City as well. I think they're gonna
Yeah.
have the better squad. I think Real Madrid are really.
And we
I
say
think they're
that, and
sliding.
then Real's gonna put 5 on them. What?
5. I don't know.
I don't
They
know
don't got
about
the. They don't got the heaters.
More than 2?
They don't have the heaters for that. We'll see. Next one, fun one. I think could actually be a little bit dangerous. Atalanta, Bayern Munich. Go ahead, Ralph. What do you
Says the
think?
Italian fan.
We gotta have an Italian near the end here. Give him a
How
chance.
about we have some spaghetti after the fucking
I
pod
hope
here?
so.
Of course, Bayern's gonna win. Atalanta had their run. They made their comeback, but they're out of gas. No way they're getting anywhere near Bayern. They have Leonardo Caro, by the way.
Oh please. They have Vincent Company. He's the cow up there. We forgot. Tell Arnie Slot his team's losing for Galatasaray. Look at him. He's jazzed for it.
Neutral. Look at his thing is very neutral.
I know. I just like that he's the only one smiling. You know?
He is the only one smiling.
Yeah.
Well, a little bit of Luis Enrique.
Oh, a little bit. Yeah. They're both pretty happy to be in the picture.
Bayern does get upset. Look at how Vincent Company.
Oh yeah, no, but Vincent Company's not too happy about this one. But what do you think, Jazz? Atalanta, Bayern Munich,
I think Bayern are just too strong. They just have too many good players.
great team. I'm gonna say it's actually gonna be a lot closer, but I think Bayern, of course, will walk out of that one. Now we're gonna go to the other bracket. This game is actually really interesting. I really hope we get some good answers out of this one. We're gonna do Newcastle, Barcelona.
Newcastle Karabag. That game already happened. I don't see Newcastle getting a win here. Barcelona, they haven't been playing their best football, but I think they're just too talented for a Newcastle team.
There's a saying that they say in England that the worst team in England could beat the best team in Spain, and I think this is a good representation to see if those people from England
Feels
are right.
Tottenham maybe, but no.
I know, but like
They're worse.
people talk about like these English teams being like these super teams, but when I watch Newcastle, sorry to George by the way, I think they're one of they're good on paper,
I like them.
but there's not a chance that they. I know that Frankie De Jong is out for a while now, so losing him is going to be big. But I almost don't care.
Bernal's been stepping up.
Yeah, I almost don't care. They have enough. Barcelona has a bunch of kids that will run through you, and be ready because they can. Jazz, what do you think?
Real quick, now that we're on Barcelona,
Great.
do you think people will be like, these guys got it all wrong? How is that guy in the middle? Pep has no hair. Look at that guy.
I know. Yeah, he has a lot of
Look
flowing
at that
hair.
guy's hair.
It's it's the confidence that the horse brings. You
I
know.
know, but the hair throws you off.
I know. I do. That's who my pick would be for the horse, though. Pep.
Yeah.
What do you think, Jazz?
Had nothing to do with Barcelona.
I
by
know
the
nothing
way.
to do.
Barcelona, Pep. Oh, he's not even.
He's not
You know
even.
what I mean.
He's not there no more.
What do you think, Jazz? Newcastle, Barcelona. What do you think?
I think Barcelona. I think Rashford could step up if he comes back from injury.
That's a nice shout, Jazz. Marcus Rashford.
I forgot about that guy.
Of course. Your mom and Marcus have a super class against Newcastle. I think
Yep.
they're dangerous. Lewis Hall is a guy that can stop Nico O'Reilly. Yeah, but good luck. Put your seatbelt on against
O'Reilly?
yeah. Lewis Hall can stop Nico O'Reilly, but he can't stop a player like Yamal.
Oh.
Lewis Hall is the
No, I know who he is, but
Yeah.
you threw out.
yeah, because he played them. They played him recently. Yeah. Shut the mic off for your dad. I think Lewis Hall is gonna have a long night if he's gonna have to run back and forth every single time against Yamal. Good luck, because that dude's gonna put you on skates.
And Pedri's coming back.
Who?
Pedri's over.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, he played half a game.
He's
Yeah.
already back though.
So it'll be dangerous
back.
to see a Barcelona team when they have players actually coming back. We'll see how they do.
No. I don't know if you guys watched the last Barcelona game. Did you guys watch it? No. Is that
Go
no?
ahead.
Just the last game. The last game they played. Who did they play? Levante or?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But if you didn't see the game, you didn't see this. When Pedri was warming up and he was about to come in,
Mhm.
the crowd was just like, Pedri, Pedri. They don't do that for anybody else.
He's
So if you have Pedri in the game, that team is dangerous.
just got to be careful with Newcastle's physicality. Almost like, be careful with Pedri. Please don't hurt him. And I'm talking to you, freaking Joe Linton. Have some respect for one of the Spain giants. He's gonna put him on
Brazilian.
skates. He's gonna put.
Brazilian.
He's gonna knock him out here, and then he's gonna knock him out in the World Cup. So
I got something about the World Cup, but that's a whole other story.
let's jump to the next one. Atleti Spurs. Jazz.
Atleti Spurs. I think Atleti will win, but I feel like Spurs can almost catch up
Oof.
somehow at home.
Yeesh.
Maybe
Yeesh.
it's a little bit weird, but
That Spurs team is so suspect. That team is like, oof. They're stinky.
it's rather they're good or bad. You never know.
Yeah, you never know. They're such a team. What do you think, Ralph?
For me, it's not about how bad Tottenham is. I know they're bad and they sometimes have good games. But I don't know why Atleti always slips every here and there. They always have these bad games where they just lose to teams they should have just never lost to. And it's like, what's going on? They have so much
They play
talent.
big against big teams, and the
Yes,
small teams, you're
exactly.
like, oh, God,
Yeah,
come
they
on,
kinda
put them
like-
away.
They slow it down. They
Yeah.
don't play as hard. I don't know what happens, but that's the only thing that scares me. But I'm going for pretty much just the teams I like when we're picking these teams today. So I'm not going by what could or could not happen, but I like Atleti, so I'm going with Atleti.
I'm doing a Julian and Sorloth masterclass coming up. 2 apiece. Julian
Oh,
Julian needs revenge
thing
for
is-
City.
for City.
Yeah, Julian
Oh,
needs.
okay,
He
yeah.
never beat freaking Spurs. Today's this year could be the
It'll
year
be for him.
Yeah, for him.
But the thing is, Sorloth and Alvarez don't score in the same game. So I'm thinking Griezmann's going to score.
Is that are you the same person that said Nico O'Reilly wasn't going to score?
That is that same guy. Yes,
Okay,
it is.
perfect. We're gonna jump to.
By the way, that was good that you
Uh,
picked Nico O'Reilly. to
freaking
score
Diaz let me down again. Never again, that guy. Never
that.
again.
Luis Diaz?
Ruben.
Oh, Ruben Diaz.
He was the guy that really. I could have got 2 for 2 for that Man City game. This
Oh,
one's
I
actually
could've
going to
told
be.
you that guy wasn't going to score until he retires.
Here we go. This is actually going to be a fun one. Not because not because there's not any big names on this game, but it's going to be funny to see just like 2 hard-nosed teams going against each other. Bodo versus Sporting.
Luis Suarez.
Yep, Luis Suarez reincarnated. What do you think, Jess?
I think Bodo will win and go to the quarterfinals.
Mm-hmm.
I think Luis Suarez will score one though.
I think he has it in him. I think I heard a rumor that teams are going to start bidding for him, which is even funnier because one of the teams that wants to bid on him is Liverpool, which is even funnier because Luis Suarez played at Liverpool. So even better than that. So they don't have to they just bring out Luis's old jerseys from the back. What do you think, Ralph? Bodo, Sporting.
Again, I'm going with my favorite teams. I didn't see Sporting a lot in Champions. Like, I didn't pay too much attention to them.
Mhm.
And,
I didn't hear anything about them.
right. But
Crazy.
they were in the top 8. So it's
Yeah.
like, how come we never talked about them?
They were good enough to be there.
Yeah, they're good enough to be there, which makes me think they're going to beat Bodo. But I think Bodo has too much momentum,
Mm-hmm.
and I think Bodo's going to win it.
Last one. This is the one I hate the most. Leverkusen, Arsenal.
That would have been a good game a couple of years ago.
Ugh. They actually did play. Jazz, what do you think? Leverkusen or Arsenal?
I think Arsenal will win. Leverkusen fallen off ever since
Yeah,
everything
that
happened.
it's gonna be an easy 2 legs. I think they got the easiest route to play. I really hope Bodo beats Sporting and then they put a beating on Arsenal. More likely not gonna happen, but I would love to see Bodo take out one more giant before they're done. Ralph, what do you think? Arsenal, Leverkusen.
Never lose. I don't know why. I just, I'm trying to predict Arsenal. I'm trying to get Arsenal to the point where they don't win a trophy like Inter did last year.
Yeah,
But I think if they don't lose this game or this leg, they might lose to Bodo if they move on. But even though I'm going with the teams that I want to win, I'm going to go with Arsenal because I just think they're too much of a team for them. So I'm picking Arsenal for this one.
alrighty. Well, I think that's everything for this week. So I think we're good on Champions League. We'll see. I think the next round's going to be really, really fun. So we'll see how the rest of it goes. Right before we end this pod, real quick, throw out one player that's going to be the player of the whole round of 16. Name one player. Doesn't matter from what team. Just name a player they're like, that's the guy to watch this upcoming. I'll start. Cole Palmer. Ralph?
Go ahead, Jess. Let me finish that.
Go ahead, Jess.
Pedri.
Pedri. And then Ralph?
Number 9 for Bodo Glimt.
You got to get a name.
I don't even know.
You got to get a name.
It's
You don't know his name.
It starts with the
You
G.
don't know.
It's a weird name.
If you can't tell me his name, at least show me a celebration so people know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah.
Take it easy, Cunha. Well, that's our predictions, and then those are the players to watch out for. And don't ever laugh at Cole Palmer unless I lose like 6-0 against PSG.
And hopefully we have another mic soon because
We'll see. We'll see if it's in the budget. But I appreciating.
we can buy animals with shades and bow ties, but we can't get another mic.
Yeah. That was actually gifted to us by Arnie Slot, the pig. But I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for everybody watching.